Hey guys, hopefully you all can hear me okay. Let me add myself to the stream. I don't even know if you can see me. Hold on. It's been a while. What I'm going to do tonight is something a little different. I'm going to go ahead and just do a premiere of about a 30-minute video. I'm not even sure if it's that long, but it intrigued me enough to want to go live at what time is it? Midnight and show you all. Okay. I've got full permission to do this. Thanks, Upchurch, for letting me mirror this. Y'all need to see what he's going through. Not only what he's going through, but what's going on in his town. Just saying. Pay attention. Key points, you all. That's all I'm gonna say. I shouldn't have to tell you all much, really. Let's get this brand off of here. Man, they have really changed up StreamYards. Tell you what. Also, for all of you out there listening, please go ahead and just say some prayers for Summer Rail's family out there. Not that I'm aware that anything's changed. It's just, we need to keep the prayers up, you all. Much love to all of my brothers and sisters out there. Hawk Davison, I seen you a while ago. Much love. I missed all the shows tonight. I'm still getting over this bronchitis. It's been 3-4 weeks now. And I'm still trying to get my strength up. So, but when you feel like you have to go live and share information, it sometimes it really doesn't matter how you feel, right? I'm not looking at the chat right now. I'm going to go ahead and just get this going because I want to get this started and I want to go to sleep. So, I'll try to pull up the chat while it's running, but I do ask that you all please pay attention to what Ryan is shouting out here. I think it is crucial information, and it's not too far away from the bend for me. Just saying, but very interesting, just to say the least. Not to mention that he's actually had a local PD stalker here within the last month or so. It's just document everything, guys, always. Let's go ahead and get the screens sharing, and let's get this ball on a roll. I'll be in the chat here in just a second. Here we go, guys. Much love.
So this all started months ago. Before we get too deep in this video, I want to make it a point that I know there are some kind of people out there that praise cops because they're just cops. And I know there's some people that say F the police because they just don't like cops. And me being a truthful person, I've been on both fences. But now that I'm 30 years old and I've had, a good bit of life experience, I've come to find out that it isn't the police uniform that makes people bad. It's the person who puts it on in the morning. They were the way they were before they put that uniform on. And they are that person when they take it off. My next thing, no one should get special treatment because of the number in their bank account or for what kind of car they drive. And you should not get treated differently and worse because the number in your bank account or what kind of car you drive, whether it's a brand new Ferrari or a beat up Buick. If I'm riding around smoking a joint in a Lamborghini, wearing a $600 shirt, I should get in trouble the same as the person wearing the Walmart shirt and pajamas riding around in a beat up Ford Tempo, smoking a joint, just the same. And the reason I turned out the person that thinks that way is because my parents raised me the right way. It's because the community that molded me, the very community that I'm about to talk about. Will this video probably get me pulled over more? Probably. Will it make certain people fuck with me a little bit more? Probably. But to me, it don't matter because I feel that this needs to be said. Lately, I've been noticing certain members of my community treating me different. And it's people that I don't have any association with. It's people that I really don't know. but it's people that are in like really important positions of power, which is the sketchy thing. Now, keep in mind, I grew up here and I've been here my whole life. I know all the Sonic girls by name. I know the people that work at co-op. I know the Walmart greeters by name. I know everyone that works at every restaurant. I know half the police. I can tell you everybody who's probably going to show up from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Lakeview Market for purity chocolate milk and a pack of biscuits. And in the summertime, I can tell you the name of the guy who randomly sits at the boat dock at Riverview and catches the biggest fish somehow. I don't know how he does it. What I'm trying to say is I'm very invested in this town, no matter who the person is, which is why I got my town tattooed on me, is because, I genuinely care about this place. But anyway, back to what I'm trying to tell you. So a couple months ago, you probably
Gotta love StreamYard. It closed me out, so I'm going to rewind just a minute. 2 seconds, guys. Sorry. Go ahead and just type a 1 if y'all can hear that in the chat once I restart it. Thanks.
community treating me different. And it's people that I don't have any association with. It's people that I really don't know, but it's people that are in like really important positions of power, which is the sketchy thing. Now, keep in mind, I grew up here and I've been here my whole life. I know all the Sonic girls by name. I know the people that work at co-op. I know the Walmart greeters by name. I know everyone that works at every restaurant. I know half the police. I can tell you everybody who's probably going to show up from 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock at Lakeview Market for purity chocolate milk and a pack of biscuits. And in the summertime, I can tell you the name of the guy who randomly sits at the boat dock at Riverview and catches the biggest fish somehow. I don't know how he does it. What I'm trying to say is I'm very invested in this town, no matter who the person is, which is why I got my town tattooed on me, is because, I genuinely care about this place. But anyway, back to what I'm trying to tell you. So a couple months ago, you probably already seen it. I got pulled over. Well, technically, I guess not pulled over, but pulled over. I was at Sonic getting some food, and this cop come up behind me. This was my first actual interaction with this guy. Now, granted, I didn't have a tag on the car, all this other stuff. I should have got a ticket. I got a ticket. Now, from me getting this ticket to when I was supposed to go to court, we'll get to that in a minute, a lot of my friends started getting pulled over by this guy, to the point where we would go to the gym. And I remember one time, I'm already at the gym. I told them, hey, you want to meet there? And they were like, yeah. So they ended up being on their way there. They got pulled over in the parking lot. This same cop was like, I smell weed. And they're like, okay, we'll search the vehicle. They tore apart his whole vehicle and didn't find anything. There was another incident with this cop where he pulled up in one of my buddy's driveways and was like, were you just driving that truck? And he was like, no. And he's like, yes, you were. He's like, no. What do you want? Then there was another incident with another one of my buddies. I'm not going to say any of their names, where my buddy had pulled into his sister's driveway, went to a party down the street, already been there for a couple hours. His sister calls him, hey, the cops are here. He's like, okay, why? They're like, they want you to come down here. He comes back down there, and not on the road because he'd already been at a party. He had somebody driving down there in a Can-Am. He gets down there, and the cops are like, is this your truck? And he's like, yeah. And they're like, no, it ain't. It's Ryan Upchurch's. And he's like, what do you want? And they're like, license and registration. He's like, bro, the truck's been parked for like hours. You can't just pull up in somebody's driveway and be like, hey, license and registration. So at this point, I was like, there's some very odd behavior going on. So I had one of my buddies over here, and I said, man, I'm going to call Ashland City Municipal Court, and I'm going to ask them when my court date is with this cop. Me knowing when the court date is, I just wanted to see if, I was like, surely they're not going to like do anything weird. So I called down there, and I'm like, yes, ma'am. My name's Ryan Upchurch. I'm just trying to see when my court date is with said police officer. There was about a 5-second pause, a little giggle, and then she was like, just don't worry about it. And I was like, what does that mean? And she's like, well, just, you don't have to come no more. It's taken care of. So I hang up the phone, and I look at my buddy who was sitting right there, and he was like, dude, that's weird. And I was like, right? So fast forward to the supposed date of the court date that I was supposed to have, but I wasn't supposed to worry about. That day passes. A couple of days later, I went down to the same place because you can get like tags and titles and stuff down there as well. So I walk in because I have to take care of some out-of-date tags. And when I get in there, I walk in, and the cop at the front door is like, why didn't you show up for court the other day? I thought he was joking. I was like, I didn't have court the other day. He said, yeah, you did. I said, says who? He was like, says the court system. I was like, so about that time, the lady that like runs all that shit that has to do with like court stuff down there, she walks out of her office or whatever as I'm going in to like get my tag. And the cop is like, hey, Miss So-and-so, Mr. Upchurch had court the other day, huh? And she was like, yep. And she's like locking her door. And I was like, no, ma'am. I was like, I actually called down here and I asked if I had court, and somebody told me that I just didn't have it for some reason. And she's like, that didn't happen. I was like, where's his attitude coming from, for one? So at that time, I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have a lawsuit against this county, I reckon. And she's like, well, I can't talk to you. So and then she leaves. I was like, fuck, dude. Well, after she walks off, the cop that was at the front was like, why was she being so nasty to you? And I was like, I don't know, man. I have no idea. I don't even know that lady. So at that point, I was like, dude, what do I do? Because this has to be against the law. You can't just like erase a court date. So I call the police, and I'm like, yo, I need one of y'all to come down here and like explain to me what I need to do, because there's some really weird stuff going on up here. So as I'm walking out of the place where you like get tags and, you know, deal with court stuff, you know, I get about 30 feet outside the door walking with Deerdorf. And because Deerdorf was outside, he pulled up in case I was going to get arrested, because I didn't know if I was going to get arrested or not for missing court. Now, granted, I don't know what the cop at the door was talking about, but by the time we were walking out the door and we were where we are, there's 2 double doors, and both the double doors were open. And as we're walking and talking, we hear the cop very faintly. He goes, it's an army green Lamborghini. And me and Robert looked at each other like, what the fuck? 2 Ashland City cops pull up. I tell them what's going on. And I was like, listen, man, I was like, here's what's going on. I don't know what to do. Like this, it doesn't sound like it's very legitimate. It sounds sketchy. I mean, you can't just like tell people they don't have court dates and then they do. So they purposely get in trouble. So the cop to the right stays out there with me. The cop to the left goes back in, talks to the cop at the front, and then walks somewhere where I can't see him. He comes back outside. A number calls, because I didn't want no one having my number. A number calls my security guard, Rob's phone. He answers it. He hands the phone to me. Some lady starts talking to me. I don't know who the lady is because I can't see her face. Essentially, she starts asking me, so what's the deal? What do you need? This, that, and the other. Well, I start talking to her because I have no idea that it's the lady that was just rude to me. So now this lady has already left work. She's calling me from a personal phone, not from her office phone, and asking me these questions. I'm answering them. Well, then I mentioned, yeah, there was a lady that was being super rude to me. And she's like, that lady was me. I was like, okay, well, why were you being like that? She's like, I wasn't. I was like, I didn't know what to say at that point. I was like, well, can I get another court date or whatever? She tells me my court date. We hang up with each other. Well, check this out. What I just noticed the other day, like 3 days ago, was that they put the court date, the new court date, the same time I'm supposed to be at Corbin to do these shows. So I told my mom, I was like, bro, I don't care if I get arrested. I'm going to do this Corbin show. I'll come back and get arrested. You know what I mean? That's just me being real. It is what it is. So fast forward to today. We called down there to change the court date. Do you know what they told us today? We don't have any court date on file for him. No, you're not doing this to me again. Not happening. So we were like, well, where do we call? Give us the number. They give us the number. We call the other number. They tell us, we don't know. Call this number. The number that we just called that told us they didn't know. Giving the runaround, so I purposely get in trouble. Assuming, I guess I would be like, oh, what? I guess I don't have it this time. No. Regardless of you trying to get rid of it and be like, oh, no, it's fine. No, you're not doing that. I want to be treated the same. So today, me and the whole gang are running around, getting everything ready for Corbin, getting the Lambo loaded up to be hauled down there and all this other stuff. My mom physically has to go down there because she's my power of attorney. She physically has to go down there, and she walks in. My mom's the nicest person in the world, bro. She would not hurt the devil. My mom walks in, talks to one of the other ladies. The lady's super nice to my mom. My mom tells her what the deal is. The other lady, was talking to somebody else, being nice as hell. As soon as the lady went back there and told her what my mom was there for, a switch flipped. And she just wanted to be an asshole, I guess.
Okay, she's gonna, I think she's gonna talk to Miss Anita, and then they'll be up.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think you're waiting to say that.
Oh, okay.
You are.
Patricia Burgess,
Okay.
Ryan's mother.
Okay. Okay. You want to talk to me about
Oh, yeah, I just need to know if we can move a court date or pay a ticket.
He has an insurance violation, so he has to come to court for that.
Okay, so,
And I told him last month when I rescheduled it that he would have to be here this week. He'll need proof of insurance when he comes.
okay,
He had it when he was stopped. He'll need it for that time.
okay, perfect. All right, thank you so much.
But I won't be able to continue it again now.
You can just hear it in her voice. The awkward silences where there shouldn't be any, the non-helpfulness. My mom's trying to tell her, thank you. And she's like, nah, I ain't going to be able to do this again. We wouldn't be having to do this if you would do your job the correct way. We wouldn't be even in this situation if your office wasn't telling me that I don't have a court date. Well, actually, it's too professional to say it like that. If they weren't like, nah, don't worry about it. Whatever that means. Now, you can talk like, now, next time, hey, there ain't going to be no next time. You can talk like that all you want. The situation is your fault. When a citizen of the community is calling your office asking, hey, just want to check up on my court date because as a functioning member of society, I want to show up and not fuck anything up. When your office goes, don't worry about it. It's taken care of. And then that's false. And then when I don't show up because your official office told me I don't have to, that sounds like a form of entrapment. And my whole thing is, this isn't about me. This is about the other people in our community. I can deal with y'all's bullshit. I have millions of dollars to deal with y'all's bullshit. But here's what bamboozles me. If you were going to do something like this to someone like me who documents everything, who's never been in trouble, who's never had failure to appear on their record, who's never been arrested, who's never been booked in Cheatham County for anything whatsoever, who's never been in trouble for drugs, to someone who takes pride in this county to the point where they get it tattooed on their skin, to someone who cares about being a member of this society, being a member of this society to show kids, hey, man, you can be whatever you want. I was a dirty little ratchet motherfucker around here too. But guess what? You can still be anything you want. I mean, dude, I enjoy being a role model for this town. And if it doesn't show, then you fucking don't have any eyeballs. But that's the thing. That's my whole point, man. What if you're going to do this to somebody who can put up with it? How many people have y'all done this to that y'all put in financial trouble, dude? Like, come on. Me in my situation, I'm going to laugh at you. And I'm going to have conversations around town with other people about how pathetic y'all are. But if you pull this on someone who is a single mom, working her ass off to make ends meet, barely paying light bills, taking care of their kids, you pull some shit on somebody like that, it's very dire. It causes them a lot of stress. They could lose their job. That can make them unable to pay their rent, get kicked out, be arrested where they can't be with their kid, crying in a jail cell because you people are like, nope, they ain't got caught today, when really they do. I mean, good God, don't you think this town's been through enough shit in the past year or two? There's like a handful of good ones around here, the sheriff being one of them. The sheriff is a great person, but dude's got so much shit on his plate, it's ridiculous. And the fact that you have so many important roles in this county, just like walking around like a bunch of drunk babies, like, I can do my job good. You can't even tell me that I have a court date. What do you mean you can do your job good? If you live here and work here, try to make the place look good. I mean, motherfuck, dude, the rapper with all the tattoos in town is constantly trying to make the town look good. We got jailers being fired for torturing people in the jail.
Tracy, this video is hard to forget. It shows an inmate at the Cheatham County Jail strapped to a chair and repeatedly tased by deputies. A lawsuit filed on behalf of the inmate says he suffered more than 40 taser burns.
We got cops being fired for sexual assault.
Now, this News 2 Crime Tracker alert, a former Cheatham County sergeant has been arrested on charges of sexual battery. The sheriff says Jeremy Etheridge turned himself in to law enforcement today. He was fired, by the way, in September for, quote, violating department policies and general orders regarding personal conduct while off duty, end quote. The TBI says Etheridge is accused of inappropriately touching a female without her consent, but agents didn't elaborate any further.
We got cops being fired for sexting minors.
Investigators say a former Ashland City police officer had an inappropriate relationship with an underage female. Benjamin Moore was arrested and booked into the Cheatham County Jail. According to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, he is charged with solicitation of a minor and exploitation of a minor by electronic means. He is also facing one count of tampering with evidence.
Hell, we even have cops being fired for showing up to the wrong house during a 911 call and shooting through the motherfucker's trailer when it could have kids in it. Not to mention, you almost shot your fellow officer in the fucking head.
Fox and another deputy were sent on a 911 hang-up in Chapmansboro. They went to the home of Mark Campbell, did not identify themselves, and then after an exchange with Campbell inside, Fox pulled his weapon.
Do what, Mark? You good? I went to open the door, and I got the door open about 4 or 5 inches, and then bloom, bloom, 2 shots come through the door.
Yeah, it's the closest thing to the wild, wild fucking West around here. And I document this kind of stuff because it's getting pretty fucking sketchy. You know how a couple of weeks ago I told y'all, I was like, man, I think this cop is watching my Instagram or something. Well, guess what? Me saying this might get me in trouble with a lawsuit or something, but I don't care. You know he's got a lawsuit going on with somebody else in town right now. Do you want to know why he has a lawsuit going on around in town with this person? Because this dude thumbed through my Instagram through like 1,000 comments to find someone talking about him. Yes. I'm being for real. So yeah, it is possible that he is looking at my Instagram, which is why he's everywhere at nighttime when I try to go run at the gym, when I try to go get water from the gas station. All the good cops in this town have nothing good to say about this dude. And I'm not telling you who those cops are because I want to protect the good cops. The same cop I'm talking about followed my mom the other day to Walgreens. She was going to Walgreens to pick up, where's it at? To pick up my prescription for prednisone for this Corbin show because I need it. Follows her to Walgreens, gets out, and walks into Walgreens. And if you don't know what prednisone is a tiny white pill. It's a steroid, and it's for like It's like to open your airways and stuff, like if you have breathing problems. I asked her, I was like, well, what was he doing? She's like, I don't know. He kind of just walked in and just stood there and bought a pack of gum. And the thing is, I truly don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know what the deal is with all this weird ass behavior. A cop told me yesterday, I'm not going to say who this cop was, but he's like, dude, what's the deal with all this shit going on with you right now? I said, bro, I don't know. I said, what do you think? He said, bro, I think they think that you're doing like something illegal. Well, here's my reply to that. Well, good. If you think that, get me investigated. It wouldn't be something hard to find out. If they can solve forensic murders from fucking 6 years ago, I'm pretty sure they could tell if I was pushing drugs out of a fucking driveway that's 6 feet long. You do know that I make music for a living. Like a lot of music. And a lot of people listen to it. But you want to know what I think it is? Here's what I think it is. I think that all the rich, crooked motherfuckers around here stick together, which is fine. But you know what? I don't think they like a rich motherfucker like myself being on the side of the community. Every good cop, every drug addict that's wanting to get off drugs, trying to get off drugs, every kid with a broken home, every kid who has a dream but don't believe in himself, that's who I stand for. And that's why I'm going down in history in this town. If I don't go down in history anywhere else, I'm going down in history here. And there ain't nothing you can do about it. So if I'm bullshitting and standing beside a cop at the gas station, or if I'm eating breakfast with a judge in the morning, or if I'm standing beside somebody who's running for sheriff around here, you know why that is? It's because they're on the fucking good side of shit. And if you question who I am, walk into the corner store, go to Sonic, go to the Kangaroo, go to the Shell, go to the Co-op, go to the Tractor Supply, go anywhere. Ask any regular, everyday person around here. They'll tell you exactly who I am. You know why? Because I'm for the community. And last but not least, if the shoe fits you in this video and you live around here and you're thinking about bothering me or harassing me or taking me to court, please do it. My lawyers are better than yours, and I got way more fucking money than you.
Well, well, well. Wasn't that an earful, you all? I had, sorry, I'm still getting over this bronchitis. Hold on. I had no plans on going live tonight. I was about to go to sleep. And I saw he did a premiere, and I was like, okay, I'm going to watch this. I watched it. I was like, wow. I live in a small town too. I'm not aware that there's corruption like that here, but I guarantee you he's dealing with corruption. For almost 3 months now, he's had the same cop riding his tail. And I'm like, Ryan, document everything. And I'm sure I don't have to tell him that like I'm anybody special. But, you know, some people just forget the little minute things that you need to document aren't documented. And that could save you from having a lawsuit on your hands or even worse, right? But something told me to post this tonight. I got to go with that gut feeling. I haven't been live in forever. Very tired. I'm about to go to bed. I'm not going to stay on here long, but I wanted to make sure y'all seen that as if I need to share it, right? Like he's got a million followers. Like what is it now? I don't even know. I'm nobody freaking special, but I don't know. I got to go with that gut feeling, and I got to do what I'm told to do, right? That's it. I know it's everywhere, man. It's everywhere, Hawk, and it's sad and it's sick. And just if you want to make that thumbnail to this video just a little bit bigger and study it, I recommend you do so. Recommend you do so. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Let me go ahead and say hello to the chat real quick. Sorry I wasn't talking a whole lot. I wanted you all to pay attention. Sorry if I'm a little stuffy. Being sick sucks. I saw Brenda in here earlier. Nayakiss, Peanut, Saw Smokey P in here. Amber K. Mr. Hawk, what's up? Micah. Alicia. Willow. And DIFAM. Please don't post no bad links. They're not going to be tolerated in here. Just saying. Tammy, how are you doing? It's Lolo here. I think I already said hello to Brenda. Four Corners Report. What's going on? Country Girl Tawana. I seen you earlier. I know. That's right. Girl, I don't know. Something told me to just repost this, like as if I needed to, but I got to go with it. You know, I reached out to him. He said it's cool. I got his permission, so it's all good. But I think this needs to be shared far and wide, and it needs to be documented, and people need to come up with or keep up with it. So I'm posting the link there in the chat as well. Katrina, I don't know if I said hello to you as well. Yeah, it is sick, Hawk. It is sick. Tammy says, hadn't seen. Yeah, I haven't been live in a while. I'm going to revamp my whole channel. Hopefully, April or May of this year, I'm going to have everything set up. Crossing my fingers, dotting my I's and crossing my T's as well. I've got to get better, you all. I will give you a little bit of an update. I've got an appointment with a rheumatologist next month. Diabetic doctor says my RA factor is elevated, and that could be contributing to all of my weakness. So I'm telling you guys, I can literally go from my bedroom to my laundry room, which is right across the hall, and I'm so weak I can barely stand. Some days I can barely lift my head. So this has got to get fixed because I'm spontaneous. When I want to go, I want to go. I'm very independent. I can't be doing this. I can't be limited. And I care about you guys, and I've got plans. And I got to be strong, you know? I got to be strong. Jenny Jen, I saw you in here earlier. Thanks for the super chat. I don't ever ask for any donos or anything because what I do with my donos, I either put it back on equipment or I give it back to other channels. So I very seriously appreciate that. But yeah, come April or May, hopefully, just say some prayers, guys, that I'll be able to get on camera and start showing you some things that I want to show you. But I can't make any promises, you all. I'm not going to promise nothing, but those are my hopes. Those are my hopes. Pray for Summer Wells. Pray that she gets found. I've kind of done a 180 on my stance as far as the parents go. I've never really thought they were intentionally involved ever, but I will say this. I know that mom and that dad love that child, and I really don't think they did anything with that child. There's a lot of corruption going on around there, and hopefully I'm right. I've got some really good friends that are talking to that the mother, and let's just pray that she gets found and she's in good health. You know, I've never, I don't dream. I can't say never, but I don't dream that often. But I will say, until this case, I've never dreamt about a missing child that I've covered until Summer. I don't know if it's because she looks a lot like I did when I was little. I think I put that on a community post a little while back. I was looking for it earlier, then I got sidetracked. But little blonde hair, blue eyed, you know, kind of reaches deep within, and I can't let go. I think about this little girl from the time I wake up till the time I go to bed, and I don't care about any views, no monetary gain. As a matter of fact, Okay. I haven't even thought about uploading or doing any. I've done research, yeah, but I've not cared to do anything on YouTube about it. I just want this little girl to be found. And for those that are making a mockery and trying to, you know, either try to get this reward fund or go and try to be boots on the ground when the FBI and TBI have already done that, Hawkins County have already done that, you're just making a fool out of yourself. You're making a fool. So, I mean, I'm not anyone special. I'm just speaking my opinion, which I have the right to do that. And I guarantee you, which I had already mentioned months back, I wanted full-heartedly to go down there and help search. I've searched for help for missing people. God will give me the adrenaline to do so if I need to. There's no way I could do so right now. Not in that terrain, not in this weather. But your heart's in the right place. Not to be protesting in front of a law enforcement agency that don't have time to deal with you. You're just in it for donos, clicks, views, attention. Shame on you. Cover a case that don't have a reward fund, okay? Hills. Huh? Cover a case that's not being spoke of. You claim to care about this kid. Well, your actions show else. Show otherwise. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. I didn't want to be on here long. I just wanted to share that with you all. Go ahead and click on the link in the description. Go ahead and give Ryan a view. And he's also having a show in Corbin, Kentucky this month. Excuse me. He's having a concert in Corbin, Kentucky. So, not sure if any tickets are still available, but just wanted to throw that out there. If you're not already subbed to Ryan, go ahead and sub up to him. And I appreciate y'all being here. Short notice. Sorry about that. I wasn't even planning on it myself. But hopefully I'll be able to get things into play with health and everything else and get back in the saddle with this thing, because I've got plans, you all. I've got major plans with this channel. All right. Much love, you all. Appreciate you, Hawk, looking out for me. Bye, Tammy, Brenda, everybody else in the chat. If you all can see me on D Live, I don't know. I activated it. I don't know if it's even working. Second channel, I think it's working on there too. But I'll go on D Live and see if it even posted. And if it did, hey, we're on the right track. Much love, you all, and God bless. I'm going to play something for you real quick, then I'll end it.
You're killing me, Smalls.